Right, so it's a very, very merry morning. It's yeah, middle of summer. You can tell that by the blue skies that we don't have. We don't have. So I am heading off. I'm heading off to Malvern. Okay, I'm meant to be picking up the soft top for my +6, and I was going to get the car naked, but it's already started raining. I'm going to take it with the roof on. I'm going to see if I can get the soft top to cram in the car with me. If I can't, it'll be a wasted 3-hour journey for that part. But I am going to go and meet Spencer for breakfast. So a little 3-hour jaunt, bit of brekkie, bit of the Morgan factory. Yeah, then back again. Can't complain with that, can you? Garage shop? Yeah, I believe so. Right, so me, my little chubby little face, ready to go. Right, so yeah, off to Malvern, and I did get asked a question from someone on YouTube, which is awesome. Someone asked a question, so they like my videos. So obviously, I love them; they're great. Yeah, they asked what the car was like on long journeys. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of the obligatory stuff for long journeys in this car. First off, if you haven't spec'd a cup holder, putting your cup down somewhere, if you're a cuppy type person, could be a challenge. I've got nothing else in this car at the moment, so just dropping a water bottle down behind the seat there holds it quite nicely. There's an extraordinary amount of space on the back shelf. There's enough room for a couple of cases to go back there, and if you're using a soft top, getting them in and out is really easy because you just drop them in. Or some soft bags. I'm on a day trip, so I've just got all my camera gear, far too much stuff. And the other thing that you are going to need, that I've seen so many Morgan owners have, and that is the obligatory phone holder. Oh yes, yes indeed, that is important. I'll come on to the other bits as we go underway, but yeah, that, because you have no infotainment system or anything, that is your sat nav, and that is your music and everything else. I also furnish myself with, when I use my Morgan, I use my Apple Watch, because I can change tracks by using Siri, which is yeah, means I don't even have to take my hands off of the wheel. Anyway, right, got to get underway because I'm already running late as always. With when I use so visibility in this car is interesting. Soft top, no problem, no problemo. Hard top, there's this big slab here. When you're looking at the far side, that is a big blocker. Right, Malvern, here we come. Right, while we're on quiet roads, I'm going to give you a quick rundown. So yeah, so different drive modes for when you are doing a bit of a journey. So standard drive in this car, auto, is just easy. I know certainly on the earlier models, on the +4, the gearbox used to jump around a bit because I think it was calibrated probably for the Z4, so heavier car. So I think it works on inertia. I'm saying I don't know this stuff properly. I should be able to talk with some confidence, but no, anyway, it's not quite as good as the PDK in my Porsche, put it that way. Anyway, so on the earlier models it was a bit of an issue. Using the flappy paddles was the way to go, otherwise it was constantly, especially at lower speeds, jumping from gear to gear. Tad annoying. in that regard. Oh, I could have flashed me out the radio, I could have gone past them. Anyway, yes, so yeah, gearbox is great. I'm going to leave this, it will be in drive mode most of the time until I want to get poppy and bangy, and then I'll pop it into Sports Plus and use the flappy paddles to yeah, just be able to mess around with that, because it's fun, it sounds great. What can I say? And then aside from that, things to be aware of. My hard top creaks a lot. Soft top is just the soft top, and I mean, test drive it with the roof up and give you an idea of how noisy it is. I mean, it's not crazy noisy. It's noisy, obviously. It's a soft top. This is where you get a difference. So, so I'm pointing at the gap in the window, the slidey window. So, of course, you get the gap, which constantly you get some sort of breeze through it and noise, and as for breeze, and the Plus 4 I had, and the one that I borrowed not so long ago when this was getting some TLC, the breeze along the bottom of the door was quite strong. On all cars though, it's the door latch, quite a lot of air ingress through the door latch. Having said that, if you're a soft top drive and you've got the roof down, it makes no difference whatsoever. You don't even notice it. If you like driving the roof up, want it to be a bit more cosy, well, I carry a rug. I've got a rug in the car, and I just jam that down by, I say jam it, I place it down by the side, and the Plus 6 has enough room to pop that there. Almost acts as an armrest as well on this right hand side, which is very pleasant indeed. In terms of in the wet, I suppose this car obviously is really light, so you don't want to be going too fast because you don't want to be aquaplaning. And the other thing is the windscreen wipers are comedy windscreen wipers. I mean, they do the job. I haven't been out in torrential rain, but rain, like now in fact. A little bit of a drizzle, that's no problem, and yeah, rain's fine. I don't know what else to tell you about long journeys. This car has a heating system for the seats that could melt the clothes off of your back if you let it. I mean, it's superb. I mean, it's so warm and toasty. It's lovely. The switches for it are tucked into the dashboard, which is a bit of a weird place. But there's two settings for it. There is melt your back off and quite toasty. I'm just going to turn it on to the red button, which is melt you mode. Melt you mode. So other than that, it's perfectly fine. I was just, you know, within speed limits. I mean, at 70, you might find yourselves having to raise your voices if you're talking to one another with the roof up. But at normal speeds, it's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Heating system. So button for changing it to drop this onto your feet. I will probably drop a little screen in now showing you these different things. So there is a lovely little button that relates to your air conditioning with a snowflake, which is gorgeous. You've got your hazard warnings and the switching the heating to your feet, so it always runs out of the two vents underneath, which you can easily adjust in terms of direction and locking on and off. There is nothing on the extremities of the car in terms of heating, so the heating all comes from the centre console, and that in itself means that one side of your body can be a bit chillier than the other. Yeah, I mean, if you're choosing to use your Morgan as everyday car, you're just going to be the sort of person who's going to be able to get past that, if you know, quite easily. And if you're the sort of person who really wants wants a Morgan and are concerned that one side of your body might get a little bit chilly, put a cosy rug in your car. Seriously, once you're in your car, put it over you, snug as a bug. It's nice. I've been wrapped up in a duvet. Yeah, I mean, just you mitigate for the things that are creature comforts, I suppose, that we just expect. Yeah, got a heated screen, which is great. Can get a bit steamy in the car in the winter months if there's a couple of you, but it's no problem. Which is no problem. Apart from that, there is very little to tell you. I mean, once you're in the car, you're in the car. I would advise on getting the Bluetooth stereo or the Sennheiser system. I don't think either of them are worth it. I know that's a terrible, terrible thing to say, but the alternative is you have a Morgan without that system, which could be a pain when you come to sell it, if you choose to sell it. The other thing, of course, is you can get Bluetooth speakers, which are awesome, really good sound quality. However, if you get those, which you can get, pretty noisy ones, which are pretty small, but if you want a decent sound, and if you want decent sound, that's why you'd be opting to go for a Bluetooth speaker. You're going to take up all the back of your parcel shelf with it, and then you're going to have to anchor it down as well, because you don't want that bad boy flying around if you brake suddenly. So, yeah, do get an extra stereo, but don't be without the one that's in here. Great for spoken word, bit of Audible, bit of Radio 4, it's great. I'm so old. But no, it's fine. It's fine, because if you're getting on one, you're probably not listening to your music in the same way anyway. Like I say, up to national speed limit speeds, stereo will be okay. It's the middle of summer. I'm just going to tell you, it's the middle of summer. It's not particularly early in the morning. What are we? 7:30. I've left late, and it's just vile. Oh, that's nasty. I washed the car yesterday as well, so that's yeah, that's great. Anyways, my journey is going to take me, I'm not too sure. I've heard the M26 run has been poor, so I haven't checked on Google Maps because I've been talking to you. So I will be heading onto, I'm going to be heading onto the A25, cutting up to Seven Oaks, joining the M25 at Seven Oaks, yeah. And then round M25, M40, and then I can't remember after that. It's just a bit of a sat-nav jobby. What can I say? It's M5 and then another turning, and that's about it. So normally anything from 3.5 to 4.5 hours for this journey. Such is the traffic around the M25, because that's where all the delays are probably going to be. Apart from the bottom of my road, it's school run time. Again, poor choice. I say summer, schools haven't quite broken up. Yeah. Anyway, onwards. Catch you later. So here we go, a little bit of an idea of wind noise. So I've just joined the M26. It's going to take out 70 miles an hour. 69. 70. So this is the wind noise. So I don't know how much is picking up on this camera. I'm trying to speak at a normal volume, maybe a little bit louder than we do normally. Yeah, it's fine. I can't play the stereo and record through my phone, which would be a good comparable, because I'll be playing through my phone. So yeah. Do that right now. Right, anyway, onwards, driving, showing 50 miles an hour ahead, so yeah. as I put the heating on slightly. Like I say, it's the middle of summer. Yeah. And my seatbelt. Gonna love the British weather. Whoop whoop. Put the heating on. Right, that's it. That's the motorways done. Off the M5. Dived into a petrol station looking for a Shell, couldn't find one. Then looking for an SO, couldn't find one. So I ended up at Textiles. Yeah. Oh, that's it. So yeah, just a couple more minutes and I'll be there. So yeah, just dropped Spencer a message, so hopefully he's around now. If not, I'm just gonna have a little bit of a wander. Nice cup of tea. I want a cup of tea. Right, back with you in a sec. Well, you can stay with me if you like. Let's turn this camera on for the roll in. Rolling. There's a little shit all up the front of my car from the drive. It looks very painty. I'm hoping it's not. Yeah, so the drive. So I've just done, so what was that? How long have I been in this car? 3.5 hours. I've just stopped then to get petrol. That was, right, put it this way, I didn't get out of the car and suddenly fall over going, oh my God, my legs are killing me. They ache from that journey. Not at all. This bolster underneath my thighs seems to be a little bit bulbous. Yeah. Still feel that a little bit. Could be, I'm hoping, a little bit of time, my little legs are going to push that a bit flatter. We'll see. We will see. Right, so I think I need to turn right here. Yeah, that'll do. Paint shop back there, and they had a couple of those great big Dulux dog type things. What are they called? English sheepdog? English sheepdog. It's not an English sheepdog, is it? What the fuck is it called? What's a Dulux dog called? But you're walking in the middle of the road, so I need chocolate. What's nice is when you pull up and you see somebody going, wow. And the other thing is, whilst I was on the journey, somebody also pulled up alongside me and went, yay! So it was nice. Right. Let's go do this thing. Right, okay, so I'm back at Malvern, as everybody knows who's been watching the video, and I'm back with the world famous Dan. Come on, Dan, you've got fans. Come on, say hello to your fans.
Definitely got fans.
You've definitely got fans.
Good morning.
Okay,
this
so...
is Julian's new car, by the way. You don't know it yet.
Yeah, I'll tell you, this is something special. So I've been thinking about a Super 3 and looking at the new additions are doing. Just doesn't do it justice. The pictures don't do it justice. This is absolutely glorious. That is beyond special. I mean, you can have a look online and it'll tell you all the different bits and pieces. The spec inside is going to be no different than you can spec up yourself, but it's just, whoever designed it and decided on this, they've got skills. They have got skills. That is just beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Yes, back again. So yeah, I told Spencer about an hour ago that I'd arrived, and since then, obviously, I've been talking to Dan and just talking stuff. And I'm sweating. He's probably not moved. Okay, so this is where he was when I arrived, and he is still there now. Yeah, so Spencer's doing Spencer talk. I will catch him when he's finished. In the meantime, I'm going to drink tea and enjoy. I'm sweating. So we've got visitors cards and we are having a bit of a wander. So other than that Super 3 that I've just filmed, which is awesome. So we are up in the display area. Let's turn this around so you can get a bit of an idea. Yeah, so Spencer's up taking his still photographs and I'm just wandering around videoing stuff. But it is really quite lovely. So I'm going to flip the camera around and you can see stuff. See, there is something about Super 3. I do think I'm going to have to buy one. Sorry. So there's people here, it's like it's a real thing. People are actually working and doing stuff while I'm doing this. Okay, so I'm not so sure about the cartoon on this one compared to the others that are out there. That's not bad. Look.
So is that what in the photograph after you take it, or one of the
It's a proper photographer doing his thing, look. Suspense, that's it got a mention. The CXT. They got a couple for sale, you're not tempted?
I love the idea of getting to spec parts of this to +4 without having to go whole hog on the whole kit.
Oh, really? What would you leave off?
So I don't think I need a roll bar. I don't need the off-road stuff. But I would go with the suspension, the off-road tires, the mud flap, the raised air vents, the pannier, the tow hooks. I'd go with a lot of the design features on the body itself that omit.
But you'd omit the roll bar of all things.
I think I'd omit the roll bar.
Oh, see, I'd keep the roll bar. I just think it'd be handy. It'd just be handy when I move stuff.
I don't know if the roof is removable. If the roof were removable under it, I might. The roll bar would be quite cool actually. The roofless.
Yeah.
With the roll bar.
So that's do you remember the Freelander, the original Land Rover Freelander?
Yeah.
the two-seater one, you could leave the roll bar in and take the hard top
Yeah,
off.
and the only reason I would lose it is because I want to have the open top. But actually, yeah, I take that. If you have the open top, I would keep the roll bar.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I love the missing louver as well.
Just on the one side,
Yeah.
because it's the breathers through the side.
I think there's some number element to it as well, some design element.
Okay.
Some wonderful features.
It's quite a car, I have to say. I would.
And made for roads of Britain.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yes.
You take this or the Dakar? There's the question. This or the Dakar?
Oh, that is so hard because I know the essence and the character will sit in this. But having not driven a Dakar, I don't know whether that would press or, float my boat in the same way. What about Super 3? Did you go Super 3?
I love the Super 3, but for one thing, the seatbelt buckles
Yeah.
protrude above the seat
Oh, and they jab into your
and are
arse.
terribly painful. Perhaps my hips are too wide.
I don't think so. If there was a tool issue, you'd understand, but
No,
hip size is not something.
I smile a lot driving my Plus 4, but I've never smiled as much as I have driving the Super 3.
Yeah. It does lend itself to be bald, doesn't it? Right. It's in here for a moment. Pausing. Okay, so these are heritage-y type bits that I haven't seen before. Not been in that pub. I've not been in there before either. That was quite cool. So I do love a bit of heritage, but at the same time, there's bits that just need to be left behind and things that need to be taken forwards. And I think these are probably in the room they need to be in. One that's not used. Onwards. I do feel like the number of times I've rocked up in here and I get to the same place and I go to start taking videos and I get really self-conscious that I'm taking videos and all these people are working. But it's pretty awesome. So we haven't got anyone with us, so we probably have to make sure we stick between the red lines as Spencer just stopped me again from run over. For those who haven't seen, just to give an idea of what these cars are like when they're being made. So up until they leave this room, essentially everything gets built. Everything gets put in the car. So you get the plain chassis. Each guy gets a chassis and starts putting all of the electrics into it. Engines come in on a block, as with the gearboxes. So they've got these fantastic jigs that they use, that then get flipped over. So you're doing the electrics on both sides of the cars. I can't remember how long they get to do each one. I might pluck up the carrier and ask someone, but they're busy working, so it just, yeah. Right. Yeah. It just feels a bit off. People are working. Yeah, it's quite something. Right, I'm going to flip this camera around because that would be better to see. Sorry, what? They've hit the roof, what? The video?
My hard top.
Oh, they've got it. Did it fit okay?
Well, initially they were like, well, we're not sure to fit, and then they're like, you're going to need 2023 side screens. I called about the side screens, and they were going to be like £3,000, and it was going to take them 6 to 8 weeks. And I was like, oh, well, you guys can probably rush that. And then I was like, oh, I'll talk to Matt. And then Matt's like, honestly, we don't even know if the roof will fit. And so they went back and forth on it a bunch, and then sorted it, and
all of a sudden
tried
it
it.
fits.
I was like, well, I'm going to come down and let's just see. And anyways, it'll be nice to hang out and go around the factory. Don't need any
done.
side screens. Just fit right on.
So just the hard top?
Yeah.
Which is not cheap. Okay, so so Spencer's he's got really shorted out for his Plus 4. So here's all the engines. So like I said, they come in on blocks. I don't know if you can see that because I just did a random flick around. Yeah, I remember when I was here last, actually my engine was sat there, and I got to I got to look at it before it even went into the car. It's like having just like a kit of parts and bolting them all together. So we're in. So this is where all the panels get done. Again, I'm always in awe of the guys when they do this. They seem to throw the stuff onto the presses, and it's just like they throw them on the presses, a little bit of a spin, and the stuff is done. But it all is quiet on the Western Front at the moment, probably around lunchtime as well, which has led to that. Yeah, when you see them just dropping the louvers, and then and bending the panels, it's quite something else. I mean, you've got to have a modicum of talent, surely, to do this stuff. It's pretty bloody special. More to the point, I'm walking around a car factory, unescorted, trusted, with Ben's taking pictures and could talk to anyone. I think it's pretty fucking awesome, if you ask me. Super 3 tubs behind me. 6 packs on cars. What they call the traditional borders. Just lovely. Lovely, lovely. That is one big vacuum thingamajig. Wow, look at it. That's a proper woodworking shop. Okay, so for those people who ask about the wood, this is where the wood sits. So it is just the essentially the cavity bit that you sit in. Yeah, it's pretty bloody cool, that's for sure. See, people will question why they're not leaving that little bit of space back there for that little bit of extra luggage storage. So this is a +4, you can tell, because it's shorter at the front end where they've locked off a couple of cylinders. Yeah. That's what it'll be. That's where it comes from. Right, so this is the paint shop. And obviously different booths and things that I'm not going to be able to see into because you can't. I say, things move and change here all the time. It's pretty cool. Mercedes.
That looks like home.
Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't like that's not like home for me. Those instructors doing their thing. Everything been labelled up. Different dashes to spray and to wrap. So just bringing that tub in from over the road.
It's under.
Is it?
Yeah.
Midsummers are in the making. Just sorting the panels out. Working it. So that's top part of the tub. So aluminium only. Aluminium only. Right. People here. Oh my god, the people here are so lovely. Everyone is so nice. I've loved it. So, yeah, I can hear you quoting Aristotle. Spencer's a theologian and he does like to quote people. Aristotle's his favourite. I've noted that.
No, Jesus is my favorite.
Oh, okay,
Jesus
all
is
right,
my favorite,
okay.
but Aristotle's a close second.
Okay. Also, there is a certain amount of religion going on there as well, which obviously, those who know me, I will have comments, but only in private, because yeah, I think these discussions are best held in private. They're like politics; they can get heated. Right. Anyway, we're going into the textiles
So when do we
room.
start? Let's do it.
Well, the discussion.
Climb back into Grenadier. We can do another 2 hours.
Oh yeah. Yes, he's referring to our first discussion. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Private. Desert spec.
I think they said it. Desert spec?
It's like a almost a British almost
Land Rover sort of.
yeah. And
Ready to invade Afghanistan.
This one is more. That's an RAF. That's more
Okay.
RAF. Yeah, so usual stuff in here. So a great spray booth and yeah, cars being finished off. So they'll all be painted when they come in here. You've got the textiles being done. Everything essentially being put together. Yeah, so that all gets finished off. So you'll find, yeah, people doing the textiles. I always say it's the girls doing textiles. Is it just girls that do textiles? I'm not actually certain. But if it is, they do a bloody good job, that's for sure.
Julie, what's your take on matte paint?
All gets finished. Okay, so these are textiles, people. So when you're sat in your beautiful +6 or your beautiful +4 or your Super 3, and you look at the stitching work, and you go, well, that's a bit wrong. It's their fault. Okay, so if it's got, then you can blame them. The rest of the time, you can just sit in that lovely environment on that plush leather, going, do you know what? That was done by craftspeople doing a proper job. And at weekends, they'll knock your curtains up for you as well if you need them doing. Okay, so so that's heading off to Japan. Just what? The specs that they do offered of this two-tone. But this has got, so we've got different colour wings to the main body. I don't know what the bonnet's going to be like, I'm assuming white. And then you've got this red trim. They've got a black. Yeah, black for their bar. Yeah. Wouldn't be my choice. White leather, white interior.
As these go, I don't actually dislike this. And +6, this thing's going to be a riot.
I mean, it's going to be a riot, but would you really do the two-tone between
Well, no, I
the two?
wouldn't do it, but I love seeing it. I think that actually this is the white and the deep blue with the red trim.
It works.
Rule Britannia.
Well, yeah, there is that.
Oh, look at the wheels. Julie, look behind the wheels. The blue wheel arches with the
Yeah.
wings, the white wheels. It's going to be cool. This will have been an expensive spec.
I mean, if you're going to go wild with it, you're going to go wild properly, isn't you? Okay, so this is the Midsummer. You can tell that I'm pretty certain it is because of the wheels. Look. It is quite something. You can't not like an Aero. Right, okay.
Start again.
Okay, I'm just start with a debate with Spencer, okay? Spencer?
Yeah.
Right, I hate these with a vengeance. Spencer is just putting
Well,
his
no, let me say-
positive spin on everything like he does.
Yeah, it's not the best looking rear everything, but imagine the experience of putting your family, 4 people in there, and going out and having an adventure with 4 people. And Morgan is fun with 2. Imagine if you could do it with 4. Yeah, it's not the most beautiful looking car from the outside, but when you're inside of it and looking out over that bonnet, you're gonna have a great time. There's a time and a place. You've got to understand the context.
No, there's
There's a time and a place.
There is no time and there is no place for that. I'm sorry.
It's not a rainy day. Yeah, the hood is not great, the windows are not great, the proportions are not great, but if you're inside that, and look what's inside that. Car seats, children's car seats are inside that. Imagine how much fun that family is going to have, and you're not having that fun, Julian.
No, I'm glad, because I don't want to have that sort of fun with my family around me. Not like that. I saw someone who swapped over their plus 4 to get one of these.
I do. I do want to have that fun with my family because I'm that kind of guy.
I don't know if this is picking me up, but he's talking bollocks. Seriously. I didn't see a single car seat anywhere near his plus 4.
Collected my daughter from school in it the other day.
Yeah. Okay.
I do.
So the camera, my phone has given up the ghost, so I'm now on my 360. So sound will be different, quality will be, we'll see. So just in the Morgan Museum bit, I'm just going to go through to the shop because there's definitely some toys that need to be purchased. No. So it's, right. Right. So these are the things that I really like. This is what I want next. Want a couple of bikes. Right, so we're still here, still doing the moving thing. Back in the canteen. I'll tell you what, the people are so nice here. I can't. It's almost as if everybody at Morgan has that same sense of feeling, friendliness, niceness, just easy people to get on with. Yeah, what can I say? So right now I'm waiting a return of my cup of tea, for which I just turned around and made the international symbol for tea, and it appeared just like that. Thank you very much. Yeah. See, smiley, lovely people. It's just so good. Just like that. How cool is that? Timing is everything. So there's different things you can do at Morgan. So you can do the tour, and you can also have a car for an experience drive, and go out for a blast and that, which is obviously not something I've needed to do because I don't need to do that. Yeah, get yourselves down to Morgan, take a car out, have a laugh. Seems like the thing that you should be doing. So I'm just sitting here getting a cup of tea. Some guys just walked by, and I'm pretty certain I know them. I'm not sure if he joined us on a drive, or I don't know. He does look like somebody who I know. Yeah. Slightly embarrassing that I can't remember his name, but I'm pretty certain I know who it is. I know that person. I'm too embarrassed to ask though. Okay, so Spencer has got his hard top is now fitted, and his his is in silver, so he's gloss silver rather than metallic, rather than matte like mine. This is rather lovely indeed. Side screens are fitting, which is something. Yeah, nice job.
Hello, my man. How you doing?
Nice job.
Have you met Spencer?
Yeah, we
You must have done. You must have.
So when you look at this, and then you look at the LM62 as well. We should really get a little row of hard tops going. Are we going to do a row of hard tops?
Yeah. I'm coming over anyway. And I'm meeting all my main people.
Yeah, and do a good shout.
Yeah, good. Off to Alton Park.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Man, I'm super pleased with that. I fit fine. It's great.
It
Really
looks
comfortable fit.
really good. I do like it, I have to say.
Different car.
So much more presence when they got a lid on them.
Yeah, the black and the silver with it just really, because it looks just looks like that.
Yeah, it all ties in. Yeah, it's nice. So nice. Oh, you've got the same wood as the LM62s have as well in your sim.
The Spider.
Oh, yes, I saw them. Right, you might see tomorrow then, Andy. Yes, I look for. There's a very good chance because once England have beaten my neighbours would be. Where you coming from? Just up the M63. Yeah.
We'll go on either side of Julia. Who's going to go in the middle? Yeah. You go on one side and I'll go on the other.
Sure. I'm too far back.
No, it looks fine.
Yes, thank you. I never liked.
Oh fuck it, it's fine. That'll do.
I never like perfection with car pictures. I always like them slightly off-centered. Having spent the best part of a lifetime trying to get sailors to stand in a perfect line, you'd think I'd have OCD about it, but I don't.
Quite the opposite.
Yeah,
Good looking car.
Yeah.
Fun to see you.
Well, it's good to see you too, mate. I got a real bone to pick with.
Yeah, go on.
Reference the the conference at Nicaea, whatever it was.
Yeah, Nicaea.
Nicaea.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that the bishop that smashed someone in the face was none other than Santa Claus.
Well, okay, so the story goes that Nicholas of Mysia.
It's obviously an intellectual conversation I don't need.
Nicholas of Mysia,
I don't need to be part of that.
punched,
So let's just have a look. So,
certainly not true.
okay, Spencer's car with the hard top and the silver. I do like that. So it's the gloss silver. So mine is a silver roof again, but it is so that's metallic. That's metallic with a matte finish on it, and then we've got the cream, the traditional cream of the LM62. So yeah, this is Nigel's LM62. Interior should be pretty standard to all the other ones, which it is. Auto box. It is nice. It is nice. It is nice. So one of the points of difference is this fuel cap, which is particularly good, but underneath it, it's the same as the standard. But it is just a nice bit of kit, all in all.
Okay, so I'm here at the factory, as I often am. Just had coffee and yellow cake, and as you can see, this is by far the best car here, as usual. Or is it? I mean, now we move on to a spectacular +6, and now this revelation has just got me, just cut me to the quick. I mean, look at this. This is quite a I was trying to make a pun on Spencer there, but failed. This is it's Spencer. I don't know. Forget it. But anyway, it's a beautiful +4 anyway. But look at this silver top that they just found, apparently. Look at it. I mean, this is spectacular. I'm almost beginning to think you can stuff British Racing green and cream. This is just spectacular. I just love it. I love it. But then, as Massimo says, everyone loves their own car. So I'm not going to be fickle, because mine is the best after all. But what do you think? And look, here are the other two owners. They're both quite famous in their own right. Just say hello and then say goodbye.
Hello, goodbye.
Hi, Nige. Goodbye, Nige.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Good cars. They're good cars. So they're good cars. They're great cars. Still can't get over the Super 3 though. That is just something quite special. That. That's great. Great. Alright, job done. And that's it. That we are done. We are done. So yeah, quite funny to bump into Nigel, who was out on the Dales trip with us. So funny to see him there. Apparently Jan was going to be there as well, but Jan didn't arrive because she was stuck on a road. That would have been amusing. Would have been amusing to bump into people like that. However, like I said, job done. Didn't get my soft top. Did get up to see everybody, and that was it. So that was just essentially, I'm going to be doing 7 hours driving to go and meet someone for a bit of lunch. Do you know what? Yeah, it's worth every moment. Because let's face it, the hours driving this car really are very, very pleasurable. Look where you find me. So we pretty much finish as we started off. I'll plug my way back on each of the motorways. I'm going to revel in the joy that is sitting in my Morgan +6. Looking at this, it's just a beautiful place to be. Pretty. Pretty. I know it might be a bit cheap, but when did it become normal for a cup of tea to cost £3? £3. 1 tea bag, boiling water, no milk, no sugar, no biscuit, just some boiling water in a tea bag, £3. It's a lot for a cup of tea. I mean, I need to drink, and I like drinking tea, so I'll pay that money. £3 just seems a little bit much. So glorious summer weather still. I've got my sunglasses on just to make me feel better about it. But just very wet. Very wet.